Welcome to Misunderstood. All through this week, we're having conversations with people that are very close to me. And the conversations are really about getting 2021 right. And today I'm hosting a lady I revere a lot. Revere is a nice word, isn't it?
I know. I thought you were going to say honored.
I was not laughing at you. Honored? No, I have to behave myself. I revere a lot. Kavutha wears many hats. Many of you guys know her from different platforms. As a musician, as a coach, as a vocal trainer, as an MC. We can really go on and on with this list, yeah? But it's for me, she wears different hats. Kavu wears the hat of sister, mother, friend, mentor, and that's what the capacity she's in here today. Today we're having a conversation. 2020 has been a very interesting year. And so the conversations we're having here today are really to help you guys get into 2021 a bit prepared. And so that's why Kavutha is here. So I'm very excited, by the way.
Okay.
She's never been to Misunderstood, so let's behave very well. Like the video, share, subscribe. If she doesn't, it can be like, guy, don't even need to come back again. So please spread the word, make it like hot fire. So thank you so much, Kavu, for coming.
Thank you. I've been waiting.
Yeah. Oh, God help us. I wish they could hear. I wish. But it's an honor to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
So, Kavu was talking about mentorship, but because of two things. Actually, not two things. That's very pastoral to say two things and they're like 10.
Yes.
But there are many people who wonder, first, what is mentorship? Is it important? What does it mean to you? Because I would also like to find out for you, what does the word mentoring mean?
I think mentoring is a big word, and I think it's a word people throw around. I think it's really about finding right relationships.
Yes.
I think mentorship, that's what a mentor is, or mentorship is about right relationships. And I see that relationships in three ways. There are people who are ahead of you. I think that's just life. There are people who are ahead of you.
Yes.
There are people who are with you, and then there are people behind you. I think in life, you have to figure out who are those people in those three spots. And so when I think about mentorship, that's what I think about. I think about those who have gone ahead, or who are walking ahead of me. And there could be a few steps. It doesn't have to be 100 years, but there are a few steps ahead of me. So there are things they've seen in their life's journey that they can share with me that will help me to succeed or avoid certain things. That's somebody who's ahead of me. And then there are those who are with me.
My peers.
They're my peers, right? And I think the big word is peer mentorship. But I think it's just really about the people who are at the same level with you. And those are people who walk the journey with you. They're the people who know where you are because they're in the same place as you are. And they give you strength in certain things. And then there are those who are behind. I think that's really a challenge for every human to give back to society. You must always find there are always people who you can share your knowledge with. And I think knowledge is free, it doesn't cost anything. And so there are those who are behind us who then we must share our life's lessons with. And that's what I understand the term mentoring as. So I never I don't even think I use that word in
even in our lives.
No. I said, I'm a mentor. I feel like it's like you define it and then it loses the strength that it has. Yes. Then you boxed it into you meet for 30 minutes every week. And I think there are places for such type of mentorship, and I think that's more technical.
Yes.
But I think in a journey of life the people that you surround yourselves with are always adding certain things to you at different places. And I see them in those three, like I said, that's how I see my life. When I look at my friends and the people around in my life, I see them as those people who are ahead of me, and then those with me, and then there are those that are behind me.
That's a nice way of seeing it. Who are those?
Yeah, you need to ask yourself that.
Yes, that's my homework.
Yeah, and the trick is to get it right, because you can surround yourself with people who are not adding value, and you don't see it. But I think you learn it's trial and error. And once you get those people, they become friends for life. And I think more than a mentorship conversation becomes a friendship. Yes,
so it stops being a defined role.
Exactly.
But life, life together. Very interesting. Many guys my age and younger, Kavu, in fact I feel like the other day I was telling a few friends of mine, I'm about to start getting that place where I say I'm the youth. Because age is really creeping up on me. My God, it's not so far. But I was talking to a few friends of mine, and there's a huge misconception about. I also don't like using the word mentor. I like to use it's like life gives an opportunity to teach people. So maybe let's use life teacher.
Yes.
So there are people who feel like they've been taken advantage of by these people. Where I come into your life, and instead of you teaching me, you use me completely because you know I am willing and available. So for such people, what are some of the things I should look for? If I'm speaking like a stranger, like I'm looking for somebody to work with me, what should I look for?
and this is the place you're looking for someone to walk with.
Yes.
I think, and I'm going to use the word, and I know people will agree with it, but I think you must be selfish. You must look out for you. Because if you as an individual are then not growing, not being supported, you can't get any better. You can't help others. Because as much as, so I guess in our relationship, I help you and you help others. But as I help you, you help me. So in fact, maybe that's the fourth aspect, is that even the person behind you is giving back to you. So people say learning never stops.
Yeah.
I think when you're in that, always look out for yourself. And there are markers. Are you always the one making sacrifices for the other person? I think for me, that's a big one. If I'm always the one who's calling to find out where you are, it's always you come to where I am, it's always you pay the bill, and there's little things that are, and they're little red flags. If that person's taking advantage of you.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for little flags.
Yes.
Don't take anything for granted,
Yeah.
because it can be a small thing and you linger.
Yeah. Because I think it's partnership, and I think a partnership is not. It's like when we partner, we don't just meet in the middle. There's a slight overlap. So
Yes.
I give some more than the middle, and you give more than the middle, and it overlaps that way. But if we're always just meeting in the middle, it's not a very strong tie.
It isn't.
Yeah, it can break at any point.
Yeah.
And at that point, then people begin to take advantage of each other. And I think it grows out beyond sort of friendship between friends.
Yes.
It goes to marriage and relationships and all those things. It trickles down the same way. But always look out for the flags. But be selfish about yourself, about knowing this doesn't feel right. And I think we have that gift as humans, that God's given us that thing where we can say, my gut tells me something's not right. And we call it, like we said, people say it's the Holy Spirit or what, but there's that gut feeling that says, no, something's not right here. But sometimes I think we are blinded by also, I've always wanted to be around this person.
Completely. Not waiting for you to get there.
I think that blinds us.
Completely. And it's so easy to be blinded.
It is. But I think always go back and reflect and say, is this adding value? Am I better? And I think end of year is always a great time of the end of the year to look back and think, is this working for me? Or am I always, is it necessary? Is it adding? And sometimes it doesn't have to be add, and the word add is a big word. I'm not saying it's adding like maybe work or money or value, but even laughter and joy. But do I come from you and I always feel, yeah. And there are those people who do that. And
you get more tired.
Yeah.
That's such a very nice way of saying it, because now in my head, we may cancel. Very many.
Yeah.
But that's fantastic. And so for us younger people, so one is, when you're looking for somebody, be selfish.
Yes.
Be selfish. Understand even, because if I'm growing, then we are growing.
We're growing together. Yes.
So that's very important. I like that. That's such a very good point. The other question I had, Kav, was when people are in, us younger people have a tendency to believe that listening to older people is unacceptable. Because we're not understood. We're not understood. We are always out of context. And so for somebody who's out there and feeling like they have been in that situation where older, because the truth is, Kav, as a millennial, many people think we've been in situations where it's awkward for my say is diminished. Like, what do you young people know? You know? So for somebody like that who has such scars, how would they approach somebody older than them to work with? And also, how do you let go of those feelings so that you don't feel, so that you don't know to limit yourself? Because I've seen the value of being friends with older people. Because you're checked. Like, don't let this cute smile fool you. Your nose will be pinched, you'll be insulted, you'll be told to stop that nonsense at every given moment. And it's a very good thing, because somebody can see beyond it. But for somebody like that, what should I do?
I think it's trial and error first. I think you are going to make some mistakes.
Yes.
So there are going to be those opportunities or those circumstances, maybe I want to use circumstances, where you are in a place where the relationship or the friendship or the agreement hasn't worked out, and you've been misunderstood.
Yes.
So you've been used, or you've been hurt, and that's just life.
It is.
But it is trial and error. And it just makes you more aware of what not to agree to going forward. But if you always, and it's a life lesson, if you carry the hurt and the pain from the past, you never grow. And you're never able to see, because I think what it does, it's like wearing glasses. So all it does is just add another layer, another layer. So after a while, everything in life becomes blurry. And so one is, it's gonna be, life is gonna happen. You're not gonna meet the perfect person the first time around. And it's happened for me. I've had friends who I've had to walk away from because that relationship just wasn't beneficial to me.
Yes.
And it was only the point where I realized this is hurting me, that I made this decision. But it's hard to walk away from relationships that you've built over years. But then what you do is healing then is another slow process.
It is.
But if you meet the right people in your life, they allow you to heal. And there are certain relationships that we will have with you that I won't have people who are in my life cycle, what I call my inner circle. There are those people, those conversations that I won't have with them, that I'll have someone who's older than me. But so it's about knowing, what can I tell this person?
Yes.
What can I tell this person? And then if you meet the right people, they always have their best interest. And it's true, as I can't believe I'm saying as an older person. Non-millennial. But it's true, culture. It's culture. Culture changes. I mean, there are things I see and I always are like, really? And I think making friends with young people, they tell you, it's okay, stop that, fix your face. But it's going to be culture, and we don't understand. There are things that happen that I don't agree, just because from how I was brought up and my conditioning. But then you realize some things are never that serious also. But healing takes time. Healing does take time, but don't carry. And I've carried. There are things I had carried for years, and until I was able to release that, because it's a weight you carry. It's a suitcase. You always have this baggage. But don't carry hurt, and it's easier said than done. It is, and it gets easier with age. But don't carry the hurt. You will find the right person, and because if you carry hurt, then you've built this wall around you, and those people who want to help you, who actually love you and actually so they can't come through. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a journey, and you win some, you lose some, and. I think it's about getting up and sort of dusting yourself and said, okay, that one next. And then you can also give advice to other people, because that's what life's about. I've made some mistakes in my life that I can share with you. I say, don't go down that road, it's not going to go well. But that candid, I think that's the great thing about being in we'll use the word mentorship conversation, is that how candid can the person you're friends with be? Yeah. Because I think there are layers to conversation. We're acquaintances, we have this fluff conversation, we're like, oh, hi. And then you can have that heart to heart. Deep. Like I can call at night and be like, I'm unhappy. This person did me dirty.
That's good. So just a question I've been asking everybody. So all through this week we've been tackling different things. Some have talked about money, some have talked about relationships, some have talked about investing in yourself. And now with you was this conversation about the voices that are louder than us and allowing them to be heard. And I just wanted to find out from you, what are some of the things for 2020 you are leaving behind? Like as we close that door at 11:59, you say,
yeah, I think the 2020 I think has been very interesting, because it's allowed me a lot of time for introspection. And I told someone the other day that I'm recalibrating my life. Because I think some of the things that I thought were very important ended up not being as important as I thought they were. But things that I didn't think were important became very important. So some of the things that I think that I'll leave behind in 2020, I think is a sense of, I think we always carry some self-doubt. And so I've been privileged to work on some things that I thought I never could do, just because time allowed me the privilege of working on certain things. I think that's the big one. It's about that, what do I want to do? Can I do it? If I do it and it doesn't work, at least I've tried. I think that's one of the things that for me I'll try and leave behind in 2020.
So you'll be kinder to yourself.
I will be. I won't judge myself as harshly. Yeah.
That's a very good thing that you're doing in 2020. And what's your biggest expectation for 2021?
Oh, I don't know actually.
Not yet?
No, I don't.
Okay. It's okay though.
Yeah,
there's no pressure. No pressure.
I know. Someone asked me this. Oh, so what's up for next year? And I'm like, oh, really? Already? Are we already there?
Is surviving an option? I don't answer.
No, like I said, that this year has taught us the importance, for me, the importance of family, completely the importance of just even peace of mind. And I think those are the things that more than anything I wish to carry, and not to be crowded out by. I think we get busy, we get crowded by life, and I think this year we were forced to stop and say, okay, what's
check
important?
Yourself.
Yeah, check myself. What's important? And I think for me 2021 is, so I haven't got no master plan. For me, I really just want to be happy.
That's what's important.
That's what's important.
I don't disagree. I'm happy now, but whatever make me happier is my intention for 2020. I love
Yeah, and being able to say with a straight face, no, I'm not gonna do that. Or trying new things.
Yeah, be more clear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This doesn't work for me. This doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think it doesn't get easier with age. It's just you try once, you're like, oh, I can do that. I can say no. I can pick up the phone, push the phone, be like, I'm not interested. No. Yeah. No is not a bad word.
That's like a good book.
No, it's not a bad word.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have like a master. Like I like Wanjiru's line. Like whatever will make me happier, and be intentional about being happier. And if it doesn't add joy to my life, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I agree. That's not a bad thing to do at all, at all, at all. Fantastic, Kavu. That's a great thing. I think for me, that's what I'm looking forward to in 2021.
Yeah.
A bit more bold, like thicker skin.
Yeah. Do it afraid.
Do it afraid.
Yeah.
Thicker skin,
Yeah.
and then also travel light. Hakuna kubeba.
Yeah.
No one, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, there are too many issues in life for me to be carrying people.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's my intention.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy your experience at Misunderstood?
I did. I think I'd come back more.
I'll consider it greatly. You guys let me know if you want to come more on Misunderstood. But thank you so much. That was our conversation with Kavutha about mentorship and having voices that are louder than you and being allowed to listen and teaching yourself to listen to them when they speak. So just learn to listen. But I really like what she said. It's not about mentorship. It's about the relationship.
Correct.
Because that's what life is.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
finding
a
good
structure.
ones, yeah. But I think also maybe I should say at the end is that find a good relationship with yourself. And that's the first mentor is yourself. It's your and whatever sort of who you are, understand that and you learn in life. But if you're not sure about who you are and what you believe and what you stand for, then all these other voices become noise, exactly. Or can distract you from what your life's purpose is and what your life's goal are. And so finding that inner center for yourself. For me, it's been finding myself, my center, my faith. Those things have allowed me to define who is Kavutha 2020. Who is that person? And that will define very strongly who Kavutha 2021 will be. Because I finally found who I am. And then because I know who I am, I know what doors and which doors to open for certain people. Because I'm centered.
Yeah.
You must center yourself. And I think that's the only time that we can allow a rich and mutually beneficial mentorship relationship to happen. Because we are not parasites. Mentorship is not parasitic.
It isn't. It's
symbiotic.
symbiotic.
It's symbiotic. But it must start with you yourself being grounded and planted and sure of what it is you stand for.
So that when someone else is coming in, they're not defining me.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
They're
that's
just
so
talking.
important.
Yeah.
Because I've seen so many guys who go into that space where they become their mentor.
Correct.
And it's like, hi, kweni weni nani?
Yeah.
And the moment they got sana, it's like a different story because now you're so confused, like, hey, I don't know who I am anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Become the mentor, you speak like them, you dress like them. And it's an imitation. We make a joke with my husband that imitation is the highest form of flattery. It is nice to be imitated because it's flattering.
It is.
But if you're the imitator versus the imitated, you lose your identity.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so what a mentor does is just adding to who you are. And there are nice things I picked from Nawira, there are nice things I picked from so-and-so, there are nice things I picked from the other. And as a result, then I'm also giving the best of me as I sort of sharpen and fix myself. But it starts with that grounding of who you are and what you are. Yeah.
So your first mentor is yourself.
It's yourself, yeah.
Yeah, check yourself.
Completely.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, you can come again. You can come again. You have rubber stamp. You have sealed. She's coming. 2021, you shall see her more. For sure. I love the conversation. It's conversations that are not just off camera, on camera, but even off camera. We have these deep conversations by the way. When we meet, we're not just drinking tea and laughing about politics. We're actually talking about life and what
we talk about politics.
No, see now we have to do this.
Okay.
Yeah. But thank you so much for watching this episode. Misunderstood continues. Have a happy new year. It's gonna be a great one. Make it count, but let's get it right from the beginning. So subscribe, share, tell your friends that Nyawira was with Kavutha on her platform. So have a happy new year, guys. Bye.